Welcome back, everyone, to InvestQ. And today, I want to talk about a company that I don't think enough investors are paying attention to. And that company is none other than ticker symbol RZLV, Rezolve AI. Now, this is not another company trying to build the next chatbot. Rezolve is focused on something much more specific, and they're using artificial intelligence to completely transform how people shop online. And after digging through the company's financials, some recent press releases, and investor materials, there were several things that really stood out to me. So let's break all this down together. So first off, I want to shout out the subscriber of mine. Again, I'm only making this videos because you shouted it out, and thank you for pointing it out for me. At 3051RA, shout out to you, and thanks for all the love and support you show me. But anyways, going back to what the company actually does, the company builds AI-powered commerce infrastructure for retailers. They also build it up for brands and e-commerce businesses. And instead of forcing customers to search through hundreds of products, Rezolve allows shoppers to simply ask questions naturally. For example, you can ask something like, show me black running shoes under $150. It's very specific, and it can be any little intricate details just like that. Or it could be, I need a laptop for video editing. It also could be something along the lines of, I don't know, again, very, very specific things like, I need a video game that is brand new. I don't know. So just specific stuff like that. So their AI, what it does, it can help customers discover products and also provide personalized recommendations and even simplifies the checkout process. Now, another thing, let me just do this search up for you. So RZLV Brain Suite. So right there. So, sorry. I just want this to be broken down for you. So here you go. You can just read through that. And the Brain Suite platform includes several products, such as Brain Commerce, highlighted right here. And that powers conversational shopping. And then you got Brain Checkout, which simplifies purchases. You also got Argentic Support, which automates customer service and enterprise workflows. And what was most recently added was the company introduced something called Auditable AI right there. And Auditable AI, a brief run through on what exactly that is. This was one of the more interesting announcements that I found because Rezolve introduced this, which is Auditable AI. I keep tongue twisting that, but this is designed to explain how the AI reaches its recommendations. And one of the biggest concerns surrounding artificial intelligence today is trust. And companies want artificial intelligence, but they also want transparency. And according to Rezolve, their technology is designed to reduce hallucinations and provide explainable recommendations. And it also allows businesses to verify how AI decisions are being made. And if that works as it's intended to work, it could become an important competitive advantage as enterprise AI adoption continues to grow. Now, what I also want to mention is regarding their financials. So let's talk about that for a second. Honestly, in my opinion, I do think that this is where things start to get interesting because, according to some of the highlights right here, the company Rezolve reported approximately $46.8 million in revenue for 2025. Then they reported roughly $60 million of revenue in the first quarter of 2026 alone. And what this means is that one quarter already exceeded all of last year's reported revenue. Now, another thing that I want to point out is their forward guidance. Now, why do I want to point that out? Because they also, again, they have confidence and they raise their forward guidance for the fiscal year of 2026 all the way up to as much as $360 million. That's a massive increase from the fiscal year of 2025 because, again, they were at 46.8 million and they expected to increase all the way up to that amount, $360 million. That is a pretty crazy jump, guys. Now, I want to make clear this is not a guarantee. These are just the targets and expectations of management. So investors should continue monitoring execution to see whether or not the company does deliver or not. Now, another thing that caught my attention was profitability because gross margin levels, Rezolve reported blended gross margins around 66%, while their core software business reportedly exceeded 90% gross margins. And those are the kinds of margins that investors often like to see from software businesses because if revenue continues growing, they may eventually be meaningful operating leverage. Now, the company is not currently profitable. I want to make that very clear. They're still investing aggressively in growth. And the next thing that I want to bring up is a quick reminder before we continue. If you're enjoying the content and want to connect with the community, check out the first link below for the free InvestQ community. And if you want access to advanced stock research and tools, the second link is a Prophecy 7-day trial for just $7. And last, if you want daily market updates and behind the scenes content, follow me on Instagram using the third link in the description. Now, let's get back to the video. Their cash position currently, because right now, they've secured more than $750 million in total funding, and they finished 2025 with over $100 million in cash. And those are just a few of the financial data points that I'm breaking down for you. Now, transitioning over from the financials, I want to talk about something we always talk about, which is marrying a stock. Do we do that? We do not do that. We never marry a stock. Now, I also think it's important to discuss the risks. Despite the impressive growth, Rezolve is still reporting net losses, and the company is investing heavily. Execution remains critical, and management now has very ambitious revenue targets to achieve. And as with any high-growth company, investors should not simply focus on headlines. They should continue following quarterly earnings and also check on their cash flow and customer growth, and whether management actually delivers on the guidance that they have provided. Because again, they do got some pretty ambitious goals, especially with their revenue for the fiscal year of 2026. Now, my personal take, Rezolve is definitely one of the more interesting AI companies I've looked at recently. The combination of explosive revenue growth, expected explosive revenue growth, and high software margins and the AI infrastructure and the aggressive guidance that management has. In my opinion, this doesn't necessarily automatically make it a buy. The company still has plenty to prove, but I do think this is one company that investors should keep on their watch list. So overall, Rezolve AI appears to be building much more than another AI application. The company is attempting to build the infrastructure behind AI-powered commerce, and if management can continue executing on the financial targets that they've laid out, it'll be interesting to see where the business is a few years from now. Now, I want to hear from all of you. Have you looked into Rezolve AI before? Let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what you want to see in future upcoming videos. And also, if you did enjoy the content, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button below. But besides that, guys, stay safe. And I'll see you on the next in the next video. InvestQ out. See y'all.